Well, today we're installing the bull bar, but this is the kit, right? This is the, let me get this right. I've had to look it up again to get exactly what it's called. It's the Holden Rocker Bull Bar for the Holden Colorado, winch compatible. So this is kind of like this, like it's PS4 4x4 is the company. If I look them up a little bit more, what does it say about them? One-stop four-wheel drive accessories, best quality accessories. We at PS have a large selection of accessories. Let's see how many times we can have right accessories in the thing. Or part of the algorithm usually, that sort of stuff. But they got snorkels. They actually have a lot of gear in it. But what I liked is the bull bar they had was a good price, and it looked cool, and they had it. And so this is the bull bar. It's a half bar. It's not the full one. And it came with a full kit. Now, I also am led to believe that it doesn't have instructions. So this can be an instructional video. If you buy one of these kits, you can watch us wrestle with it and work out how to do it anyway. But what I thought I'd do first is it is actually really, really well wrapped. I'm pretty happy with that. I thought we'd do and see how nice I look after it. Let's have a bit of a look at what's in some of these boxes. I have opened these just to eyeball to see what's in them. But this is these are the skid plates, right? So it actually comes with, like, this is decent gauge material, decent size steel. Obviously winch goes in there. I'm assuming that sort of sits maybe like that actually. Sits down there like that. It's hard to see, I know, on camera, but let's actually find out exactly how thick that is. Maybe 2. Oh, we're going 3. Yeah, 3 mil. 3 mil stick thick there. And then I'm assuming that this will be the some of the bash plates stuff that sits there as well. They actually have some weight to them. Like I'm feeling like it's not super cheap gear. These could be side plates. Once again, same thickness, 3 mil. That's got a interesting. It's sort of like it's got a, so it's flat plate that's been folded and welded, and then actually finished quite nicely on the showing side. You can see it's just a, yeah, just sort of booger welds on the inside, but not, they're enough. That's box number 1. Box number 2 has some pretty interesting looking stuff in here. Oh, it's got some weight. Mate, does it have some weight? Lots of big plates and pieces. RG Colorado. It's got oh man, look at those. It's got some recovery points. They are at least just a rough one. What's that? It's almost 1500 mil. At least. Yeah, so 1500 mil. Wide. They are heavy duty, which is good. Lots of bracketry. It's got, I'm assuming this will be sensors to fit our parking sensors in the front, which is good. A tire container. Wow, that's a bit scary actually. That's a lot of nuts and bolts and washers. That is a lot of nuts and bolts and washers. Oh, that's a little bit scary with no instructions. That's a a pretty substantial Lego kit. And just brackets everywhere. Lots and lots of brackets in that box. Pull that one out of the way. And then, this one, once again, it's beautifully wrapped, but I'm assuming that's the main bar that holds it all on. So let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, look at that. That is a serious bit of kit. That's great. So that's our main mounting piece. The crazy top end prices. This is worth having a look at because these are massive. And if we are going to ever need to be pulled out, that's exactly what you want. Look at the size of them. That is just the steel alone, that'd be worth money. Right, that is strong stuff. Alrighty. Well, let's look at the bull bar, right? Let's have a look at that now. So before I unpack the bull bar, this stuff can be subjective, right? Art forms and everything else. This is a modern bar. It's a half bar. So it's not your traditional hoops for the lights and the front stuff. But I like the look. So let's have a look and let's see what we get for like a cheaper bar, right? So that had to be big and awkward, right? We'll get that off. Cardboard should all come off now. This should almost start to unravel. Look at the lights. Can you already see that? That's so good. That's very cool. That is tough. Let's try and get a bit of a perspective on this camera. Look at that. What a beast. An absolute beast of a thing. So my original plan is, what we're going to have to do is remove some bits off this, or number plates, and here we've got these little Torx heads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of those on the top. We'll then go around the side. Here we go. A couple on the side. Then we'll get underneath. See what's underneath. We'll have to undo these lights. 1, 2, 3. The parking sensors. And there'll be a crash bar underneath there. Just pretty standard. We'll talk about that. Then that giant heavy thing, we'll replace that, which this thing will mount to. It's got lots of different mounting points. It'll be a lot of Lego when it comes to the nuts and bolts, but hopefully it'll all come together. That's it. Right. I was watching a video where they said, oh, you got to undo these screws to loosen off the connection, but you can't get to the screws, so that'll work. Oh, it's good now. That's it. I got it. It's moving. Yeah. So I can see already, I've got some wires there for the lights. Hope we can get that in the camera shot. There's still some bits hanging on, but that's all right. Oh yeah, and so there's two on this side, one for the light, and I reckon that's one for the sensors. That'll be interesting. They should just plug in. Oh, there it is. Whole thing's moving. Look at that. One and two. I definitely broke them, but these are just slide-ons. So I wonder if you're meant to flex that off. Probably. Because they're just clips. Oh, is it this? There we go. That's how it is. Yeah, that's that. That's Hey, there we go. So there's that. Hopefully the rain holds off because it is potentially going to be wet. I am bleeding more than I want to, so yeah, I see 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. So I reckon you must go on here. You see plates. So I reckon 1, 2. Knew I had my impact. Stop gripping to me. Okay. Alrighty, so the rain has stopped, but we're inside now. So while we're in here, and I'll let it dry out a bit out there, we're going to do a couple of jobs. We're going to do a couple of jobs with the electrics. So what I've done is I've laid out our little sensors here, and we're going to look at how we can mount them in the factory space. This kit, while it doesn't have any instructions, is actually pretty comprehensive. And so what we're going to do is we'll pop out this round piece here. That will fit this, and that'll fit in there. We'll also pop out the round bit of plastic in there, because that's the same diameter as this. The little rubber seal on it we keep, and that'll make a seal against there. Then we've got this double-sided tape that will fit in there nicely, and that'll sit on there beautifully, holding that in. And then what holds the back of this against it is the other part of those little flats. Sit in there, we'll hold it in with a couple of screws, and we've essentially got some sensors back in it, which is good. I like that. So I guess we could always get M3 tape if you really wanted to go next level. And then I'm going to try and have a look at the parking lights, the fog lights. That connection, I don't know if I've got anything like that on me, but I can always I can make up connections with just push fittings. And then the big thing is it's just got to be waterproof, right? This is the front of the engine. It's going to see some weather. So yeah, anyway, let's get into this, and well, I'll see if I can catch it all on camera. little out of breath because this is a big day. There's a lot going on here. I've just finished most of the install for the front sensors, and just while my fingers recover, because it's pretty fiddly work putting the conduit on, so I'm going to move to the ute, and I did a mock fit, and I'm going to move that bar up one. And then what I thought I'd start doing is working out with all their nuts and bolts, because there's stuff everywhere here to make all this fit, is to have a bit of a look over here and see how this thing works. You know, power cords for all the different things, but this is the recovery points, and you'll see that these line up with the recovery points, and so that will hold this in place, and these will bolt to here. And I wouldn't be surprised if that front and back, maybe 1, 2, 3. So I wouldn't be surprised if that trying to get this. That's actually not a bad center line there. Holds that sensor in place, ready to go. And the stock system had the only real difference is the stock one had clips holding the sides. This one's got a whole backing plate. It was around about here that my sound cut out. Yay, fun. So what we started working on is trying to work out what order these sides go on. You'll notice that they actually fit around the existing mounts for the crash bar. You have a spot that sits with one above and one other, and one below and one two in a row. Once you've sort of got them worked out, then you mount the toe point or the hitch point, the recovery part access recovery point, and then have the bolts that fit through the entire assembly as needed. You might need to note I cut off an existing bolt just a little bit shorter so that I could get a good socket on it to be able to do them up super tight. Once this is all done, get the help of your wife to come and put the bumper on and hold that in place while you put the bolts that hold that to the new bar that you've put in. I would encourage you to make sure that the bar's in a little bit loose so you can square it up. And once that's done, then you start putting on the surrounding plates and connecting the electrical. Maybe I do just. We're still doing a lot of fitment stuff here. This side's out further than this one, but look at that. Maybe. Is it out further? Maybe not. Put that there. Put that. Yeah. So this one's got to go back in. So I've got to push that side in further. But because that's to the band-aid, not quite to the band-aid, but we're in the zone, right? We're into it. So I'll undo that side again and push it back in. That's good. Two and three. I'll pop that on here. 1, 2, 3, look at that, beautiful. Position that nicely. Get that all aligned. We'll screw that up, we'll do the same on the other side. More work. Okay. Good, excellent. Now I'm gonna need a drill. So all I'm doing here is I'm gonna sit this up in there for now. It may become a Mr. Flappy Pants, but I'll be able to fix it later. With that, I'm going to put get it back up there. Nice. That needs to be bigger. That will do. Okay. Nice. Nice. Oh, no. This way. Here's this little bad boy, which will fit in there and fit on there. If I can actually see what I'm doing properly, and that's right. And there you have it, a budget bull bar for the Holden Colorado. It's done such a great job. It's had lights mounted to it, driving lights, and this bull bar has been to Central Australia and back. It's been four-wheel driving and has not let me down at all. Very, very happy with it for the price, and would highly recommend if you're looking for a bull bar and you're on a budget, this is a great way to go. Hope the install video helps a little bit. It was a little tricky to film and I was under the pump, but you get the idea. Alrighty, thanks guys. We'll see you next time.